This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mary, I think it's now official. We have to change the intro to this is the award-winning Wicked Rhody. Thanks to all of our amazing listeners.
Right. How amazing was that to be able to hear that we have won the best podcast in Rhode Island, and a huge shout out to all of the other podcasts in Rhode Island. We throughout this process, I've gotten to learn a little bit about some different people who are podcasting about all sorts of topics in and around the world. I mean, really, we have some cool podcasters here, but we are so thankful for you, our listeners, for voting for us. That was awesome.
Yeah, we had a great time last week at the Best of Rhode Island party up there at the PPAC. Mm-hmm. Wonderful event. We saw so many of our friends. We met some new people.
Yeah.
We met the other. You see, I consider us. We're in the statewide category.
Yes.
So we met some different other winners. For example, we always talk about our Instagram, Wicked Rhody. We met Buns and Bites.
Yes.
And I'll be honest with you. I had no idea what Buns and Bites was before last week.
Really?
I did not. I was unaware, and I have now followed Buns and Bites at Buns and Bites. A very lovely young person who is running that. She's got over 10,000 followers on that, and she does a great job. Food and buns.
That's it, man.
So there you go. And then obviously there's the Twitter feed, R.I. Probs. We met a bunch of we did not meet him for the first time, but we saw a lot of our friends there from NBC 10. They all had they seemed to have the sweep when it came to the big awards.
Yeah.
We also met our friends from the river. The boats.
The Providence Riverboat Company. That's right. They won the best tour in the state. Just so many great things. I mean, when does that magazine come out, the Best of Rhode Island through Rhode Island Monthly? Because we, of course, got the advance copy. But when does it come out to the stands? Today?
My copy was sitting in my mailbox because I subscribe. My copy was sitting in my mailbox on Saturday.
Oh, perfect timing. Perfect.
Yeah. So 2 days after. So you had that nice little preview. Maybe it was Monday. I don't know. But it was real close. And folks, if you get a chance, go out, pick it up. Hey, you know what? Just grab a subscription to the magazine because it always is loaded with just great information, great stories about Rhode Island, really in-depth stories, different kind of stuff that you may not have even considered in the past or just thought of, but it's a really great in-depth look. They got great writers over there. Of course, our friend
Jamie Coelho.
Fun fact: Jamie's husband and I went to school together for a year.
Get out.
We did. It was my final year of school. He still had 4 more or 5 more to complete after that. 4. I guess he went to college, so he's smarter. But anywho, so let's go pick that up. It was something that's very important, folks. It is August.
It's here, man. It's here.
It is the first weekend of August. Have you made it to the beach yet?
Yes, I am a regular beach goer. So my kids and I, we've had all the sand, all the sunburns, and, we continue to go. How about you? Have you made it?
I have made it to the beach a few times. Of course, I typically go to South Shore Beach in Little Compton to grill, usually on Sundays after a Paw Sox game. Just go down, come home, grab the missus and go. It's always a good time. There's a really cool diagram here, and maybe what I'll do is I'll scan this in. That was in the Rhode Island Monthly Summer Guide, and it's a flow chart. I like flow charts.
Yeah.
All about where you should go for the beach.
Really?
The best way to pick the beach. So it starts with who are you going with? You're going with family or friends.
Okay.
And so you follow it down. If you're going with friends, okay, what are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for sports, partying, or chilling out? What's more important? No crowds, no seaweed. Or if you're going for sports, surfing and volleyball. If you're going to party, obviously you're just going to Ballard's Beach and Block Island. Going with family, you bring toddlers. Will you be bringing? Do you need snacks or you need food there? So it has the whole breakdown for you. So I will scan this in.
Awesome.
You can find this over at the Wicked Rhody podcast Facebook page. And a fun fact, on the Wednesday, the day before we recorded this, released this, I shared a video of the corkscrew ride. I was on the sofa enjoying evening television.
Yeah.
So somebody had a video of the corkscrew ride. It brought me right back to the Shore Dinner Hall at Rocky Point. I showed it to my wife, and she said that looks dangerous. And it was.
It was.
Enjoyed it, absolutely. So thanks to centrifugal force, we stayed on the ride.
Right. Amen.
But what's been new in your world? I mean, we're in that back to school rush.
You know, right before recording, I have been on websites checking out which kind of backpacks I'm going to be getting my kids and getting them mentally prepared, because this is a big year for both of them. I've got my eldest going off to kindergarten, my youngest going off to preschool. Both of them, this is their first time, big changes. So, of course, we're going to the beach. We're doing all the summer things, but I'm starting to lay in, hey, summer doesn't last forever.
Very true. Very true, unfortunately. But hey, listen, if you're listening while you're on the road, working, getting errands done, or shopping for those back-to-school items, sit back, listen, and enjoy the episode. If you hear some of that piques your interest, just head over to the website. We've got all the links for you, wickedrodypodcast.com.
All right, so this event, the Wicked Interesting Pick of the Week, it's going to be going on both Friday and Saturday. Tell us a little bit about it, Ben.
Mary, have you ever been to Vegas?
No, I have not.
What?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Oh, my goodness.
When I was in college, I just was studying and I was poor. And then post-college, I decided to be a musician, music teacher, so I was still poor. And then when I finally had money, I've had kids. So it's been hard to get away. But have you been to Vegas?
I have. I've been once, and one of the things my wife and I went to see was the Bellagio, which is the world famous fountain. They have the song, the music. It's usually classical music and whatnot, and they have this water show. Well, H2O by Skyline is doing a water laser light show in Providence. You don't have to go to Vegas.
Okay.
This is just like it though, right there at the Providence River Basin, and you don't necessarily have to go to Skyline to observe it and watch it. You can go in that area, where the basin is, and obviously that's where the Woonasquatucket River dumps in, becomes the Providence River. So you can watch this beautiful show right there at the basin. It's a kid-friendly event, and it is free. Yes, that's right, I said free, open to the public. You can watch it from Skyline. You can make reservations for dinner, okay, and we'll have the links for you there in the show notes. But if you've got kids, Skyline might not be your first choice. I'm not saying that in a judgy way. I am saying that in a way that, you know what? Kids may enjoy something a little more fun, like McDonald's.
Or freedom of the fresh air.
Absolutely. Perhaps you take them over to Waffle. Our buddy Matt Celeste over at Blue Flash Photography. He owns that waffle shop over there. On just a few streets away, over by the Superman building next to the arcade. But just if you want to make reservations for you and a special person, then go ahead and contact them. Otherwise, go check it out right there at the basin. It's Friday and Saturday at 5 p.m. both days, the 3rd and the 4th. Now, this will happen again in October. We'll remind you when it gets closer. But this is something that is truly... How many free things are there in Providence that happen at 5 p.m.? Waterfire's late.
Yes, correct.
And packed. Insanely packed. I feel like this can be your excuse to taking kids to Waterfire, but not really Waterfire, and dealing with the insanity. Yeah. So just be advised.
Well, and then you can be there for a little bit. If your kids go to bed early like mine do, I generally hit the road by 6:30 if we're doing a later evening event. So, you could soak up a good hour and a half of this activity. Or if you're just a plain old regular adult who doesn't want to have kids in tow with this, as you said, you can do the fancier version and make reservations at H2O. So I love this. This sounds like totally up my alley.
Go check it out. It is happening Friday and Saturday at Skyline in Providence, H2O by Skyline. And it's a laser light show. You're not going to want to miss it. Both Friday and Saturday. That's our Wicked Interesting pick of the week. And now, here's the Wicked Fun in the 401. Quick poll.
Oh, yeah.
Quick poll.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this podcast right now, I want you to go to our Facebook page. Do you listen to us at 1.5 times the speed, 2 times the speed, or regular speed? Because I feel bad because Mary and I have two very different styles of talking. Mary is a former teacher, still a teacher. She's a mom. She has a very articulate way. I am just a hyperactive kid who is on his 4th cup of coffee, and I talk fast. So I only imagine. So just let us know how the speed is.
Yes.
Mary, continue on with the Wicked Fun of the 401.
You know, that's a great thing to think about, which podcasts I listen to on fast forward or which ones I listen to regular speed. I'm now interested. Yes. Let us know on Facebook. So, okay. In case y'all have been looking at different calendars in Rhode Island, August, especially the beginning of August, companies, businesses, they usually take a little bit of lax through the events. I mean, we're very busy. June, July, we've got the 4th of July stuff going on. But Ben, you and I were just discussing how generally this time of year, the state kind of slows down just a hint before our busy fall season starts up. So I wanted to mention a couple of things that are on my summer bucket list that I've been able to either check off or I still need to check off. And this is something that you should do through the month of August for certain if you're looking for something to do. Pick your own blueberries. Now, if you're a blueberry fan, getting freshly picked blueberries, like eating them straight off of the blueberry bush is one of the best treats. The season is still going strong. If you haven't gone out yet, August, this is the last month you can do it. I went to Dame Farm and Orchard, and the reason that I wanted to bring this to attention this particular week is they also have pick your own sunflowers at Dame Farm. And this is pretty much going to be the last week. It's like the last time for sunflower season. So have you been able to drive by any of these sunflower farms, Ben?
I drive by them on occasion, and you always see them, and I feel like sometimes it's hit or miss because once they go for harvest, you know, the sight and spectacle is kind of gone. But I have seen them, and as a matter of fact, a friend of mine recently was blown away that that's where sunflower seeds came from.
From the flowers?
From sunflowers, and I just said, wow, you are an idiot. Good to know.
Oh my gosh. Well, our friends at farmfreshri.org, they have
who are not idiots.
No, they are not.
They are not idiots.
They're wicked
They're
smart.
very smart.
They're wicked smart. They have these awesome calendars that you can see what items are available, like just our harvest calendar here in Rhode Island, what you can find in different months. But they also have a great pick your own directory. So no matter where you are in the state, there's probably a farm near you that has pick your own blueberries or maybe sunflowers. So check out farmfreshri.org. Check out the pick your own calendar, but definitely if you have a hankering for some blueberries, you're going to want to get out there soon.
Oh, we got a great day. We got it. Sorry, the music was poor planning.
Oh,
Sorry.
Here we go.
Sorry.
No, I'm picking it up.
Palooza coming out this weekend at Slater Park. It's Palooza Family Festival. See, this is what happens when Ben tries to get creative. He is no Blake Larson, executive producer extraordinaire. Sorry.
What what is Palooza?
Palooza is happening at Slater Park at the Daggett Farm section of Slater Park. It's a 2-day festival with vendors, entertainment, food, contests, and so much more.
Yes.
Free admission, free parking, free rain or free shine. There you go. Saturday from 9 to 7, Sunday from 10 to 5. They have all sorts of activities happening. And, of course, this is a wonderful event celebrating the life of dogs. Saturday at 12 noon, there is a chocolate pudding pie eating contest for all ages. That is for the humans.
Yeah, aren't dogs allergic to chocolate?
Yes. So we will remove the option for them to eat the chocolate by eating it ourselves as the humans. I quite possibly will be signing up for this. I don't know how I'll do at the Paw Sox game later, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a small price to pay. Saturday at 2 o'clock is the K9 New England fly ball demonstration. That's when they throw the balls out and the dogs like catch them midair.
Oh, nice.
They'll have some music there as well. They'll have the Country Music Hall of Fame winners branded. Great music there. On Sunday, they'll have an Elvis impersonator, Victor Claudio. So you'll have an oldies showcase, and then you'll have the musical guests on at 3 o'clock all over That's the name of the band, All Over.
Oh, cool.
Not as in it's all over. Game over, man. Game over. No, it's not that. It's classic and current rock. They're all over the map. Throughout the weekend, again, there'll be vendors, games, raffles, contests, and food. Come enjoy a wonderful weekend at the park while supporting the Pawtucket Dog Park. So they have a shelter there. Again, folks, if you've never driven through Slater Park, take the ride. You got to check this place out. They have done such a great job. It's beautiful. It's so well maintained. You know, we have Colt State Park in Bristol. We have Goddard Park in Warwick. There's Beavertail in Jamestown. There's a few other Lincoln Woods. Pawtucket, this is a city park. And they've really done just such a wonderful job keeping it up. And it looks great. They've got a stage there. They always have events happening. We'll talk about that a little bit. But so check that out. That is the Dogapalooza Family Festival, Saturday and Sunday at Slater Park. What else we got happening? If it's not an organized event, Mary, if it's not an organized event, and I'm saying, hey, listen, I want to go do something. What am I doing?
I would also recommend that you go to one of our drive-ins. So
drive in, not drive through.
Correct. Drive-in movie theaters. So it's perfect. You know, summertime, get yourself a citronella candle if you're someone who gets, do you know some people who like mosquitoes love? I'm one of those people. And like I could be sitting next to someone who's not being eaten at all, and I'm a mosquito smorgasbord.
Yeah, I sometimes attract them. It depends on. I think that has something to do with diet and genetic makeup. But I know people who are just, no matter what, they could be wearing a suit of armor and they'll still get bit by mosquitoes.
Yes. So if you're one of those people and you want to sit outside during the drive-in, so usually date nights, people will be sitting in the two front seats and they'll be able to hold hands or do whatever the heck else they want to do in the back seat. But if you're someone who likes to bring beach chairs, or maybe you bring the whole family and you get to bring out a blanket to sit on, or you open up the hatch to the minivan. Sometimes I like to bring just a citronella candle because I'm one of those people that gets eaten. But the Rustic Drive-In, they're up in North Smithfield. This weekend they have the new Christopher Robin movie with Winnie the Pooh, The Incredibles 2, Equalizer.
I lost my honey.
Oh, I love Winnie the Pooh. I'm really excited about that movie. It looks awesome. The new Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise, which I think is rated the highest Mission Impossible movie yet on Rotten Tomatoes. So if you've ever watched any of the Mission Impossible movies, definitely want to check this one out. Hotel Transylvania, Teen Titans. So that's going on at the Rustic Drive-In. That's in the upper part of the state, of course. Now, the Misquamicut Drive-In, they do something a little different. They don't do the modern day movies. They like to do great kind of classics, throwback movies. So they're actually going to be having The Goonies, the day that this episode comes out. The Goonie, that's going to be happening at 9 p.m. The Wizard of Oz is going to be happening on Friday. And then on Saturday, they're having Top Gun. So Tom Cruise is all over the place on the drive-in movie screens in Rhode Island. But whether you're north or south of the state, taking your car out there. Personally, I've never been to the Misquamicut Drive-In, so that is on my summer bucket list. I want to go by the water and watch one of these movies. And I love the throwback movies. But either way you go, you kind of can't go wrong.
Summer concerts and food trucks at Burress Hill Park in Warren. That's right. Come over to my neck of the woods. This happens on Wednesday, August 8th. The last one will be Wednesday, August 19th. So there's only 2 of these left. How do you get there? You can walk. You can bike. You can jog. You can drive. You can fly. You can fly. You can fly. Wow, I am just in a musical mood.
Yes, you are.
But there are over 10 or more food trucks and retail trucks over here at Burress Hill Park in Warren. It's right by the Warren Beach. It's a beautiful area. Come out with your family and friends for a perfect summer night. You can experience an array of some of the greatest savory and sweet food trucks. Our good buddy Eric Weiner over there at the Food Trucks Inn, Food Trucks PBD, has all the best in food trucks there. And we've talked about this many times. And they have the ongoing Food Truck Festival happening in the Roger Williams Park every Friday night. This is a Wednesday night thing for those in the East Bay, or if you want to come to the East Bay. And they'll have a band on the stage on August 8th, which is the Wednesday night. It'll be Charlie Marie with Hollow Turtle. Okay, that's the as opposed to the Full Turtle, which is a wrestling move, I think. August 8th, the Charlie Marie with Hollow Turtle. On August 19th, they'll be Atwater Donley. They'll be performing. But this event is produced by the Warren Parks and Recreation Department. It's a great park. There is a playground across the street at the beach. It's right there at Burress Hill, there's plenty of room to walk around. There are basketball courts. There are tennis courts. So you can come. There's even a little baseball diamond. You can come and bring some activities for the kids. You got plenty of room. Here's a great tip. If you want to wear the kids out, Burress Hill Park has an amazing hill. Let them run up the hill 10 times. They'll be just like a Patriots player at the end of practice. Gas them out. They call them the gassers. And let them run up and down, and then they will be sleeping by the time you hit the Bristol-Warren line or the Warren-Swansea line, however you choose to get here. But this has just been all these food truck events here. We've talked about these a lot over at the Roger Williams Park. And I have friends who go on a weekly basis. And I said, wow, you go on a weekly basis. They have kids, perfect, because they have the playgrounds there, the carousel, everything to do there. I said, wow, you don't get sick of it? And it was my buddy Craig. He said, Ben, I haven't had the same food 2 weeks in a row yet.
Amazing.
So many different things. And his wife, Dana, good friends of ours, Craig and Dana, they will go there every Friday night. That's what they do. That's their thing with their kids. And it's just a wonderful time. It's a great event there, but also the same kind of energy and atmosphere happens right there in Warren. Plenty of parking. Burress Hill Park in Warren. 2 nights left. Wednesday, August 8th is the next one. Come on, join us. It is the summer concerts and food trucks at Burress Hill.
You know, talking about events that are wicked family friendly, there's also a free summer children's performance featuring Johnny the K. Now, this also is happening at Slater Park. We can't talk enough about Slater Park. What a great resource, right? It's happening Tuesday, August 7th at 6 p.m. That's my anniversary. Yes. Johnny the K is a nationally acclaimed musician who brings his interactive style to the park with his 12-string guitar. He's going to have, a great music performance. Now, remember, all of these free children's performances, they're sponsored by Prod Hyundai, and they're going to be presented at that park. They're going through the 21st of this month. It's located between the park office and the Daggett House, across from the tennis court, so really, really easy to find. If it does rain, the concert still will be going on, and I am so thankful for that, because Slater Park does have, locations where they can do rain events, because those are the days you really need to get out of the house, the rainy days. You can't always go to the movies.
Why does it always rain on me?
Right? Yeah. So to find a free event that has children's music, free rain or shine, Tuesday at 6 p.m., you're going to want to head to Slater Park.
Also, this weekend, while you're in Pawtucket, we got a lot of great Pawtucket events happening. Listen, and I feel like there's so many great events that happen down near the waterfront, but just going to the beach in and of itself. If you're in the area of Pawtucket and you're looking for a great thing to do, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town, Paw Sox Baseball happens this weekend, folks. We only have 15 games left this season. 15, getting close to those single digits. Friday at 7:05 p.m., the first 3,000 fans will get a free Gnome R. Garcia Parra bobblehead. It's Nomar Garcia Parra as a gnome.
I can't even handle it.
Thus Nomar. Of course, he was the player that did the 15 different moves with his gloves before every at bat, and I think he is single-handedly responsible for 3.5 4-hour-long games. Saturday at 6:15 p.m. it's Superhero Night with fireworks set to superhero theme music.
Nice.
We will have superheroes dressed throughout the ballpark, available for photos. Your children can dress as their favorite superhero, maybe meet their life-size favorite one as well. And on Sunday at 1:35, we've got a afternoon Sunday baseball game there. You have a catch on the field from 12 to 12:30. There's a post-game run the bases, and in addition, there is the Fan Fest afterwards, which there'll be bouncy houses, there'll be rides, there'll be games, there will be music, there'll be some player autographs. It's going to be a wonderful afternoon at the ballpark on Sunday. Check it out all this weekend. Paw Sox Baseball over there at McCoy Stadium. And bring your earplugs, because I might get loud this weekend. How do we do? That's not bad for a lull in the summertime. We still give you a plethora of events to check out.
That we do, my friend. That we do.
All of those events we talked about can be found on our website. All the information right there, wickedroadypodcast.com.
You can find us, of course, on Facebook and Instagram. And, of course, Ben was just saying earlier this episode, we want to know, Do you hear us at regular speed? Do you hear us at 1.5 or even this super wicked fast 2 times speed? Let us know on Facebook. Check out our Instagram feed. And if you're going to any of the events that we talked about, please give us a little shout out. Mention us with the hashtag Wicked Rhody. And I wanted to give a big shout out. We got a new iTunes review by H. Lafayette, but I wanted to let whoever H. Lafayette is to send us an email at wickedrodypodcast@gmail.com so I could send you a present. This person said, I love this podcast. It's a great resource for planning our weekends. Thank you. So thank you for leaving that written review on iTunes. And if y'all are listening now on your iPhone, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. It means the world to us.
Show the love. For advertising, sponsorship information, get your information, your message right into the earbuds of our listeners, your customers. Email us at wickedrodypodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Absolutely, we will.